welcome back to another video. In today's video, I would like to talk about a Saturn return. A Saturn return is a 29.5-year cycle, and it basically is transiting Saturn returning to the exact place it was in the sky at the time of our birth. A Saturn return is a time of transformation, a time of change. It can be a challenging time full of restrictions and limitations and frustrations. But at the end of this transit, so around the age of 30, 31, we are completely different people. We are completely transformed. We know what our life purpose is, what our goals are, and what we want to achieve in our lives. All right, so let's start from the beginning. In a lifetime, you can experience 2 to 3 Saturn returns. So the first one would be around the age of 28 to 31, the second one around the age of 58 to 61, and the final one, which not everyone experiences, is around the age of 98 to 101. Saturn is a karmic planet, so there is a karmic influence connected to a Saturn return. And whatever karma we accumulated during the first 30 years of our lives, this is how we will experience, how we will be rewarded during this Saturn, the first Saturn return. And then the second one will be based on the 30 years up to this age of 58. So if you have been neglecting your body, your mind, maybe you were unfaithful, or you cheated, or you just didn't treat people in the right way, this Saturn return can be experienced on a rather deep and emotional and depressing level, because Saturn wants you to put you down to the ground and make you realize, what is it that you want from your life? Do you want to contribute to this society? Do you want to be a better person? This is an opportunity for us to improve who we are as people. Many of us during this time around the age of 28 to 31 start new careers, have children or get married, or experience other important events in their lives. Sometimes things don't go the way they want. This could be a loss of job, or someone close in the family dies. And when the Saturn return starts around this time, this is when we get depressed, we get down, and this leads to us wanting to understand what we are here for, what we want to achieve in our lives, why we are here, why are we born. So this kind of questions can come up into your mind during a Saturn return. And the benefits of a Saturn return is that many of us realize that they don't want to live in a rat chase. They don't want to be selfish or self-centered. They want to become better people. And this is often maybe after some bad drinking episode, or a bad breakup, or simply just some bad habits. And we want to change our life, we want to transform, we want to implement some adjustments in areas of our lives that we are no longer satisfied with. Oftentimes we realize that up until now, we have been living to satisfy other people's expectations. But during Saturn return, or slightly after Saturn return, we want to start a life that we love, that we are in charge of, and one that brings us fulfillment and happiness. So how can you prepare to a Saturn return? So not everyone can prepare, obviously, because not everyone is aware of a Saturn return. Sometimes we only realize that something like a Saturn return exists only after we've had it, or during the time that we are experiencing it. But if for some reason you going to have a Saturn return taking place in the next few years or weeks, or anytime soon, then how you can prepare? Well, you can prepare in a way of meditating, writing down what strengths and what weaknesses you have, what you are afraid of. And another great way of preparing for a Saturn return is looking at your North Node, the position of your North Node in your birth chart, by sign and by house. And this will give you a hint of your life purpose, your life mission in this lifetime. So let's say if you have a North Node in the 4th house in the sign of Aries. So here we look at two aspects. We look at the 4th house, the meaning of the 4th house, and also the meaning of the North Node placement in the sign of Aries. So with the North Node in the fourth house, you need to build a solid foundation, a family foundation, a solid home foundation, a stability in your home and family area before you can reach out for career success. And also with Aries here is learning how to be assertive and learning how to initiate things in your life and learning how to be independent, because Aries is the traditional ruler of the first house. So I will tell you maybe a little bit about my experience with Saturn return. I only realized about Saturn return during my Saturn return. And yes, I was asking questions, I was curious, I was researching. So around the time of 28, I had my first child, and a lot of changes just happened in my life. I moved out from a big city into the country. I was a city girl all my life, so going to the country, it was a huge change, huge transformation, but also having a baby and ending a certain chapter in my life and opening a new one. But since I didn't know anyone in this new place, it was extra challenging for me to learn to fit in a strange environment, not knowing anyone and leaving my old life behind. So all of these challenges led to a huge depression. Well, I'm not sure if it was that huge, but it was definitely, I was quite miserable for a few good months. And I started to ask questions. Why am I here? What's the point? I've always actually liked asking this kind of questions. But when I reached my Saturn return, I was even more curious to learn about myself, about my personality. Who am I? So it was a huge spiritual awakening that I experienced during that time. And I fell in love with spirituality, in metaphysics, and it was fantastic. So it was a difficult time at the time. It was a time of change, time of transformation. But changes take time, you know? Changes take time and nothing happens overnight. So now looking back, I can see how much everything changed, how much I changed. But after all, I feel much lighter, much more awake spiritually, that's for sure, and also much happier. So that was my experience. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you very much. Bye bye.